Hi, my name is Maggie Ochoa, and thank you so much for attending my presentation tonight. Tonight I'm going to talk about, or I'm going to present about a grant proposal to your organization about a mental health program at Heartland Family Service. This program will provide services, mental health services in Spanish to the Spanish speaking population here in Omaha, or the Latinos here in Omaha. In 2010, the United States Census reported that Latinos in the U.S. is one of the fastest in growing groups here in the United States. Unfortunately, last year it was reported that over 19 million of individuals that are part of this ethnic group were diagnosed with a mental illness. Excuse me. Some of the reasons why these individuals don't receive medical treatment or that they don't seek mental health services is because of some factors that I will explain in a minute. One of the factors is the stigma that mental illnesses bring to the individuals that are part of this ethnic group. The roles of men and women are very strong in these communities. Men are seen as very strong, the ones that work, bring the money home. Women are seen as take care, or the ones that provide or care for the children of the family or the elderly in the family, right? And when these roles are not fulfilled, then these individuals feel like they are a burden to society or they are ashamed for their families, right? So that stigma is very strong. So that's one of the reasons why they tend to not seek medical mental health treatment. The other aspect is the legal aspect of the whole thing. A lot of the individuals that are part of this ethnic group of this community, they are newcomers. They usually come to the U.S. without a proper legal status. Okay, and because of that, they have to either get paid under the table, work for themselves, right? Provide freelancers, or they have to use somebody else's identity to be able to work. And those aspects prevents this person from obtaining medical insurance. Okay, and because of that, they usually work in very low paying jobs. They don't have enough money to pay for medical insurance. Right? And also because they don't know how the medical system works here in the US. They just arrive to the country. They don't know how it works. They are afraid that if they apply for or obtain medical insurance, that people will know that they are here illegally and they think that they might get deported. Also, the other thing about the legal aspect is that they feel that if one day they will qualify to obtain a legal status in the country, and if they have a medical illness documented in their medical record, right, recorded in their medical record, that they will not qualify to receive a legal status here in the country once they, of course, qualify for one. That's a huge belief between this among this population. Sorry. The other one is the language barrier. And I used to be a medical interpreter before I became a social worker. And so I was able to see that very close, where even though I tried to provide the best interpretation between the healthcare provider or the mental health care provider and the person receiving the services, even when I try my best, I know that some of the information was always lost in translation. And a lot of the medical providers, medical, they don't speak the language. They don't know the culture. So it's very difficult for the individual to not just convey the message, but also to trust somebody from a different culture, their deepest secrets. Why is this happening to them? So, and they also believe, well, if I tell this person that doesn't speak my language, they look different than myself. What if they go and tell immigration I'm here illegally? Right? So those are some of the aspects why this population don't seek medical treatment or mental health care, right? Treatment. Um, Mental illness in the United States is one of the leading causes of disabilities here in the U.S. 1 in 4 adults here in the U.S. suffer from a mental illness, and 1 in 5 children also suffer from a mental illness. Um, in 2009, a research done by Cook, Alegria, Lynn, and Gunn demonstrated that the longer a immigrant Latino lives or stays here in the U.S., the more detrimental it will be for their mental health. Um, Another or one very vulnerable population within this population is the youth. Um, we can see that there are higher numbers of truancy, depression, and suicide attempts within the youth of this ethnic group. They are more prone to drink alcohol and smoke cigarettes. So we are requesting this grant to be able to help this population that is so vulnerable, and also that they don't have the means to be able to pay for medical health services. Um, if these illnesses are lived without treatment, they could lead to more chronic illnesses such as cardiovascular illnesses or metabolic diseases. Like I said, it could lead also to drug and alcohol abuse and even suicide. And Harlem Family Services was funded in 1875, and every year, and that's over 100 years, right? So our agency has a very good reputation among our community. We each year serve over 52,000 individuals in the Omaha area. We have 52 programs in our agency that provide services to the community, and 19 out of those 52 programs, 19 are dedicated to provide mental health services for the community. Our agency is focused on providing child and family well-being programs, or that helps the well-being of the families, counseling and prevention, and also housing, safety, and financial assistance to individuals. Unfortunately, even though we have 19 programs that provide mental health to the community or the members of our community, unfortunately, none of those programs are provided in Spanish for the Latinos in Omaha. We do provide interpreters, but it's not enough. With this program, we are trying to fill the gap on those services. We want to hire one clinical manager and 3 therapists and 1 receptionist, and we are going to hire bilingual staff. I mean, everybody in this program will speak Spanish, and they will be bicultural, which means that they will be able not just to provide services in these individuals' language, Spanish, but also they will know how to deal with these clients in a more sensitive way, because the services will be provided within the boundaries or within the culture of the individual, and they will feel comfortable because they will see somebody that speaks Spanish, and they speak their own language, but not just the Spanish language, but also the the language of their culture, right? um, so with my presentation, I hope that um, to be able to create consciousness in you, that you will be providing this money to our agency so we can start this program, and we will be able to provide services to this population that so need these services. Okay, well, thank you so much for your attention, and thank you so much for being here. Well, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much.